Hello everyone! I have a journal that I'd like to share with you. It is a 6x9 and it has a 2.5-inch spine. The cover is covered with an old quilt. It has 4 sewn-in signatures. It has a headband closure with a sheer flower with a pearl in the center. Also has this image of this lady reading a letter. She's printed on muslin, and it has some flowers encircling it, embroidered flowers, a little bit of lace down here on this square. And this is like a pin that just slides in, almost like a shoe clip. And I did a little bit of the blanket stitch around the edges to finish it off with embroidery floss. And then the back is just the quilt. So we'll go inside and check it out. The front cover has some paper with a little bit of glitter on the design from the paper. Has a corner pocket with the journal tag. There's also a little tuck spot in the journal tag. This has, everything has a real aged vintage look. A lot of vintage images. This is a card. It has some lace and some satin textured ribbon. This lace is a little pocket. And the back has a tuck spot. She tucks in there. There's a little circle tag in here. Some lace on the edge. This is some designer paper. This is a little ticket that's a tuck spot. And this little paper clip down here kind of holds on the journal card. It has a little dress form in it. Little tuck spot down here. And journaling on the back. Tucks in there. This is a tag with some lace on the edge. Tucks in that pocket. There's another tuck spot up here as well. Pages are all stained or coffee dyed and inked on the edges. This is another journal tag with some embellishments on the sides and flower petals. Some lace in a pocket. This is a tuck spot, some lace, satin lace going through, another journal card in there, some lace and satin on the edges. This is a little lace pull with some embroidered flower and satin ribbon. This is a piece of an old dresser scarf, kind of cut to be a tuck spot. This is an old book page. I like to use napkins, and some of the napkins that I have just really aren't the designs I like to work with, so I printed some of my images onto napkins. I really like when everything is real soft and pliable to the touch, so that kind of creates, there's some gesso on the back for writing, and you know, the whole page is for journaling as well, and that kind of tucks in this little old dresser scarf pocket and has a little paper clip up here with some fabric on. The name of the quilt is Memories Wrapped Up in a Quilt, Vintage Journal. And this is another card, has some twine wrapped around in the top with a embroidered flower, and there's just a little tuck spot of lace down here. This can be a tuck area up here too. Things can be tucked in, collected in those pages. This is a little stencil on here of a butterfly on the page. It's a tuck spot up here. This is a little ticket in this pocket. There's a 2-tiered pocket down here. And this pocket has a large embroidery, a large, I think they're 4x7 journal card. They're quite large. I like to make sure there's enough journaling spots in the journals that I create when You know, we like to kind of decorate the pages and make them interesting. This has some embroidered flowers and some fringing lace or satin edge on that page. This has some, this is one of those bags. I kind of crinkled it up and sewed it, added some old crochet trim and some ribbon. It's a tuck spot down here for this little ticket. And another journal card up in here. Kind of tucks under this tuck spot, and then this paper clip kind of holds it in. There's another large journal card. Tucks in this pocket. It's got two different types of, this is the rest of the bag. Some lace on the edge, another paper clip up here, which holds this. It's another journal card. Tucks into this pocket. Some satin ribbon here. There's some butterflies on the ends of the signature. So they're sewn in with the strings. This is another napkin image glued on. Some ribbon on the edge. Another journal card in here. Tuck spot up here. Some of these are my old images I blew up kind of big. They're Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and just had them in my stash waiting for a chance to use them. This is just a journal card. Some flowers on the top. Tucks in there. This is just a journaling spot with the paper that was left over. There's a little butterfly on here. This is an image I kind of added some of the glasses to her to kind of make her look a little bit more steampunkish. This is my Rita Donnelly flip-up corner. Oh, can't see it. So it's a tuck spot, and it just kind of flips up here. Little tuck spot up here, too. This is another napkin decoupage on the book page with a journal card. It's another one of the Ephemera's Vintage Garden postcards I had left over. This lady is just glued on there. She's printed on paper. This is an old book page. It's just gessoed and some tickets and some images glued on there for interest. It's another little pocket down here, pocket up here. It's a journal card. This just kind of wraps around there and tucks in there. Some lace on the edge. This is an old book page pocket with a napkin. I printed that onto a napkin, and like I said, I don't really have any interesting napkins, so I really kind of wanted to use some with the flowers and the vintage look, and made a pocket in there and sewed around the edges and glued it on. So there's another one of my dress tags in here, tucks in there for a journal card. Over here we have another journal card tucked under this journal spot, tuck spot has some lace on the top, more journal pages, and this little journal card has lace on the edge. Another one of the lace tabs. Another dress form in the pockets. It's a little steampunkish here with some tags in here. Just kind of all kind of tear in there. A little lace on the edge of that one. Another lace trimmed pocket with a, I think she was printed on an old book page, so she's got words across her face. It's another little quilted piece in here for a tuck spot. And another image printed on the book page. Interesting little journal card. Some lace on the edge, old piece of quilt that was sewn together, pieced together, and some gold trims. Your journal page. It's just a journal card in here. It's a tuck spot. It's a little embroidered crocheted piece with a little embroidered flower. And this is another piece left over from my Steamtown Spring Ephemera's Vintage Garden kit that I had printed out. Made it into a flip out. This is another book page with the napkin image glued on, and then this gessoing on the back for journaling, and a nice journaling spot on that page. So a pocket with a couple of little journal cards in. This has a little journal spot out of some of the paper. Another journal card in the pocket. These are your journal pages that are all coffee dyed and spattered and stained around the edges and inked. I really don't like my pages too dark, but I really don't like them white either. I like them to have a look of some years and worn. This is a little another book page pocket with a little cherub. I printed it on napkin, so it's real soft, pliable. Sewed around the edges. Creates a pocket in the back too. Small journal pages. She's printed on a napkin. This is a book page with the dress image glued on and some gessoing over the words for journaling in there. It's another large journal card, journal page, tuck spot, and lace on the edge. It's another journal card tucked in there. This is one of the bags that I have. I tried something a little different. I sized it down to fit in the book. I did a collage of different leftovers on the front. Created a pocket down here for tucking little images in. Made a large journal card. And then there's also a tag in here too. It's got some seam binding and embroidered flowers on, so she goes and peeks out of the bag. This is another tuck spot napkin, decoupaged. A couple journal cards in here, lace pocket, and some lace trim with sequins on the top. This is another journal spot with the napkin kind of wrapped around the page from the other side. Some seam binding and flowers and journal card and tiered pockets. Another large journal card. It's kind of an old house. And these guys go in there riding bicycles, and this is a little bit of seam binding and flowers on there. This is another old book page pocket with a journal card and tuck spot. Lace, double lace on the edge of this page. This is an old ledger paper page turned into a pocket with a journal card. This too has these are all book pages. I turned them into flip up journal spots. One goes down, one goes up, and one goes down for journaling. She's printed on a napkin. It says kind. And this little ticket goes in here, and this journal card has some different trims on it, and it kind of goes in up here sideways. So some birds turned into a tuck spot with another journal card, and you can tuck things up. Tuck it in that pocket or tuck them up in here too. Some more center of the signature. Or some empty pages. There are some empty pages. And this has a tuck spot. It's an envelope. It has a large journal card and some embellishment on the paper clip. Flips out, and there's another journal card embellished with lace and flowers. And another old book page with a napkin decoupaged on, gessoing on the back, and lots of journaling spots there. And the envelope can have something in it too. The envelope was a little too long, so I folded it over, which created a pocket. And it's kind of a double pocket. And this is the flap of the envelope. Tuck spot behind the dress. Tuck spot in the envelope flap. That's a journal card. There's the angel on the book page. Large journal card in there. Butterfly image on the page. There's a couple tiers of pockets and journal cards. Lace, another lace tab. More journal cards. And this old book page pocket. A little bit of flowers there. And another tag in here. The fourth signature is kind of an old book page and a image, some gauze and lace and trim on these pages. Another butterfly imprint there. This is another pocket with a journal card. This is a piece of a quilt left over. I've sewed it onto some paper for journaling, and a little bit of flowers and lace up there, and it just tucks in there. A little bit of stamping on the journal page. This is another one of the bags I sized down. Made it into a flip out with some ribbon. Put some of the ribbon on the front of the bag. There's a large journal card in here. Journaling on the back. There's a little bit of old book page on the flap with some stamping. Make it look kind of interesting. And it flips out, has another little tuck spot in the journal card. And on this page is a tuck spot with this little postcard and dress tag inside. And this is the other side of the hinge for the bag. And this is a little journaling spot here for writing. Has a little image glued on there. And this pocket is a tuck spot or a flip up. You can write the title on your page on there. Here's another paper clip with some embellishments on it to make it pretty. And this is a large journal card with the Cupid and some gauze on it up here. A couple of pockets, tuck spots. This just says Dream Angel. It's printed on a napkin, glued on. Some lace and some gauze on there. There's a little bit of napkin glued on there too for the signatures. Some more plain journal pages. This is a burlap stamped pocket with a journal card. Another little Cupid playing the violin. A little bird bath stamped down there. Satin edge. Embroidered flowers. There's another pocket with some satin ribbon and a journal card held in. The big journal cards have some paper clips just holding them so they don't kind of flap around when you're going through the book. And some nice journal pages that are empty. And this is the back page. Has a large pocket stamped. I believe it was stamped on a white napkin and then glued on there. This is a lace-edged napkin glued on. What I like about the napkins is everything stays really soft and pliable, and it opens up and you have a couple of pockets to tuck things in. And it's just a paper journaling page. And this pocket, and there's some lace here in the pocket and a couple of little journal cards in here with some satin ribbon wound through the card. And there's a little bit of trim up here on the edge. And this is the back. So that is my journal. I did have it in my Etsy store, and it had sold before I got the video completed, so this one is already spoken for. So I'm just going to kind of show you a couple of other things that I have started doing. I have sometimes created my own images, and I'm kind of figured out now how to put them into a digital format so people can print them out. So I have some. These are the dress. This is a rose bouquet page of printable dress tags. These are the 4 that come on one page. I embellished this one with some ribbon. You can do embellishing on them. I put a little lace on the color of this one, but you can print them up and decorate them however you want. They're a digital format. And this is I'm not sure. There's a vintage dress tags. This might be it. It has kind of a floral on book page. This is a bird on dictionary page. And then kind of a library card and a Paris theme. So that's another set. I put a little bit of the seam binding ribbon as a belt on that one. This is another, I think this is a vintage floral. So this one has a little bit of embellishments on, some flowers, roses, and has a bird cage on. It's another set. And they have a Halloween set too. Printable dresses. This is Eye of Newt. And this is Coffin Nails. It's got a little ribbon on it. This just has a crow, and this is a scarecrow. You can embellish them however you want. If you can't print out digital images, you can just email me and I can print you up some and mail them out to you already finished. So that's kind of what I've been working on. The journal took me quite a while because I did a lot of new things that I wasn't quite used to doing. So that's what I've got done. So I thank you for watching. Bye.